Alrighty, welcome back. I think today's going to be Aidyn's big day. What has happened is Aidyn's been sending us pictures of cars that he wants to go look at, projects that he wants to start. I'm trying to, say yay or nay, but it's really none of my choice, Basically, Aidyn's pretty well going to do what makes him happy, buy whatever makes him happy and start working on it. And that's basically how you learn. But as we get thinking, and Jolene has had a car given to her a few years back. She had a Mercedes given to her. And it's been sitting probably for 3 years now and has not been doing much other than gathering rust. And that's basically about it. But what has come up is Jolene has decided that she wants to give the car to Aidyn like it was given to her so he can have a project to start with. And the reason that the reason she thinks it's a good project is because it's not going to cost him anything, just like it never cost her anything. The car would get fixed like it deserves. That's why the man gave it to Jolene and I, is because he thought he'd want the car to last forever. I'm not into right now. I haven't got the time to repair the sills, the inside sills, some of the floor. I have not got time for that. It does run. Or I think, pretty sure it does. It does run for sure. We drove it up on. Just not sure if it's going to start this morning. But we're going to take it to Minas, and we're going to drop it off to Aidyn. It's early in the morning. He's not here yet, obviously. And we're going to drop it off to Aidyn, see how excited he is or not excited he is. But there's a lot of work there. But it's something good to learn on, And I suggest if anybody has an old car that they are not going to fix or going to put the time in, and they're just going to let it sit there, find somebody that will restore that car and have fun with it and feel good about giving it to them. That's basically what's going to happen. We're going to get that feeling again where it feels good, better to give than it does receive. Aidyn is going to enjoy it. I'm sure he is. But when Jolene hands him the keys and the papers to this Mercedes, she's going to feel pretty good herself that she's able to help him do that. And I'm going to feel good because I watch my lady that I love be so kind. That's what I like, be so kind to pass that off. He might not think so when he gets welding on it, that she's so kind and wow and all that stuff, but there's a project right there to start with. He's got the papers to it, it runs, it's rough. He can learn all kinds on this car, how to fix a door skin, how to put a sill on, how to fix certain things underneath, what he wants to do. But basically what we're going to do is we're going to drive to Minas, we're going to drop it off and see how he feels. So let's take off and go drop it off. Come on, baby! The hood's latched down there a little bit. We had to put a different battery in it last night. The battery had no power in it. Like I said, she's full of mold right now. She got moldy over the last couple years. We can't help that, but he can clean that off, have the time cleaning it. Like I said, Elvis Presley owned a 75 Mercedes. He did so, and that was the king. But Jolene's going to pass it on. Proud of you, Jolene. Let's go. Yeah, proud of you, Jolene. We're going to be it's going to be a 10 or 15 minute drive, but that's okay. When we're, taking something somewhere and handing it off, we have to be careful when we drive it over. We don't want anything to happen, I guess. We rented a U-Haul trailer, and the reason we like to rent the U-Haul trailer is because the $10 gives you an insurance. Generally, when you have a car trailer, they want you to throw insurance on it, and I generally like it that it's $10. We have to give them a little bit of money for the trailer, but let's face it, if you had your own trailer, you'd have to buy it and pay for it and all that stuff and pay the insurance. We don't have to fix nothing on the trailer. All we have to do is back in, hook it up, and see if the lights work, and away we go. And away we go. Here we go. We are not going we are going south. We've went up the North Mountain the other way. Now we are going into our biggest town that we have, where a lot of people buy their groceries, hang out, drive the strip a little bit. That's where we're going. this is what we do every morning. Me and Jolene generally go to town. We try to get an egg and cheese sub from Subway and have a coffee, chat before we start the day. That's what we do every day, don't we, baby? And today we're hauling a blue Mercedes. I'm happy for Aidyn, and the reason being is, you know, as he wants to learn, he has a chance to learn on his own car now, and it'll be fun for him to tear it apart and to really see what it's about. He wanted go look at a big Suburban, and I kept telling him, or not kept telling him, I just was telling him that when it's big like that, it makes it a real big project. You have 4 doors on that truck, and then you'd have 2 doors on the back, so you'd have 6 doors all the way around. He's got a 4-door here. It's a little smaller, but there's a lot of work to be done. And I'm hoping that Terry's the name of the guy that gave it to us, is it not? I'm hoping that he would be proud that it's getting fixed, or going to get fixed, by a young man that wants to. And the reason, I guess, Jolene's passing it off is because we're thinking that we're not going to get to it for a while. And it would be better for it to have something done to it than nothing at all. Yeah. It's better to love once than never love at all. At least you know the feeling. So if you've never, actually given something away to somebody that somebody would like to have, you should try it. It feels good. It really does. It really does. This is our monument, Mr. Borden. This is downtown Canning. It's not very long, but it's where I live, and I'm happy for it. This little town is quite busy. When it comes during the day, this town is quite busy. We have everything we need. We have a little hardware store up here. We have a grocery store. We have a liquor store. We have coffee shops. We have a donut store. We have a service station just outside here a little bit. Have everything we need. I've done some driving with the trailer on back and a car on the back a few times now, so it's getting a little better each time. It's only been the last 3-4 years where I have been trailering cars. Usually I've been stuck in the shop building cars, but once in a while I'll get out and start trucking them every once in a while, and we get buying them and pulling them home. Just kind of rented the trailer and went for it. There's our friendly Napa store going. Here comes our brother from another mother, another U-Haul. I'm not sure if he's brother from another mother, but they got a U-Haul on. People are going into town with excavators and whatever they need, I guess. I think pretty sure there's a little car collection in there. And I'm thinking it's domestic. Aidyn knows we're coming?
Yep.
Cool. He'll have a shit-eating grin on his face this morning, probably. But it'll all disappear when he gets to work on it. He'll get you get the real flavor, is the taste of rust, and see what you're going to do with it and how quick you can fix it. He might not look at it that way, but generally that's how I looked at it. How quick can I fix it? See what happens. Corn's for sale right now. The first of the year, corn was $10 a dozen, and now you can buy it in town for $3 a dozen. Corn's for sale. Corn is for sale. It's a time to have some corn. And baby, yeah, have some corn. Which way would you like to go? Should we?
I think this way.
Okay. If we went straight, we'd be going down across, I call it Snake Dyke. You'd be going down across Snake Dyke, all little turns. We're going to go right, and we're going to take towards Kentville. This is going towards Kentville. It's another little town that we have generally we had a big parade there. It was called Apple Blossom Parade. It was televised a few times, I think. There would be 100,000 people or more gathering in Kentville, New Minas. That hasn't happened since, I'm not going to say it, but it hasn't happened for a while, with people not gathering and stuff. Nova Scotia is quite green right now. All the trees are big. All the grass is grown green. Like it's really nice right here right now. We have a place up here on the right. When I, got out of school, I had to get a job, obviously. And this was a chicken plant at one time. Now it's they make meat meal and meal for like dog food and stuff like that now. I think a lot of dead animals get, whatever, and made into meat meal. But it used to be a chicken plant, and I used to work there. Yes, I did get fired from there. Yes, I did. I laugh about it now, but at the time it was not a laughing matter. I had just lost my job, and I had to go to work. I had a house to pay for. I had a mortgage at that time. I was just a young man trying to make my way, and I wasn't doing a very good job by getting fired. But it put my back against the wall, and it told me who I was, and it inspired me to get going again, and that I did. All the trees seem to be laying over top of the power lines. Like, I really see a problem or not a problem, but I see lots of work needing to be done. Like this tree hanging over the power line. Just, anytime we get any weather, anything at all, you know where the branches are going to go, down on top of the power lines. But it's beautiful. It really is. Like all the greenery is beautiful. On the show, we did some driving and some filming, or they did some filming and driving on some roads on the show, Bad Chad Customs, and this was one of the roads that I got to drive on with the car with, what's the thing in the air called? The drone, with the drone flying over. It was fun to do because this road is very nice. Everything good, baby? She's just looking back at the car and seeing if it's still there. Nap is running more parts. So this is a little road that we drove on, all the corners. All the fields are planted with, crops. Corn on one side, and it looks like beans on the other. Would that be beans? And what I think about that is, if I don't know what the crop is, it's not my crop, and I just stay out of it. And we live by a farmer, and I don't go in his fields and touch any of his stuff. It's his, not mine. But if you went into the field, you probably could tell what it is. Beautiful, eh? You couldn't ask any more prettier. Beautiful day here in Nova Scotia. It's going to be a great day for Aidyn. Yeah. Jolene's hoping that she's going to, help inspire the next generation of young people or people that want to get into the hobby. That's what we're hoping. We're hoping that we're going to inspire him. And maybe if he gets into it, I told him that I would help him at any time on basically anything he wanted help on. Let's face it, I'll give him so much, and then after that, it's on his own. But I said that I would help him in any way I could. Oh, look at the cool little bike. Cool, little fairing on the front of it. Cool. Anyways, I'd help him whenever I could. Hopefully he goes for it. The car is being given to him on the same recognizance that Jolene had acquired it. It's not to be sold. It's to be loved and used. And we're hoping that Aidyn does that. Works on it, fixes it, and has fun with it. That's what we're hoping. And the reason we're passing it on, like I said before, I can't see us getting at it anytime soon. And it deserves Aidyn to work on it. It really does. You have an old car that someone wants and you're not doing anything with it, give it to them. Go for it. Give it to them. Why not? We're only here once, and if you do not understand that it feels better to give than receive before you're all done, you've missed out on a part of life. You really have. I'm happy for Jolene that she's taken that part of life and gonna do it. I'm really happy about that. She's gonna give me goosebumps, make my hair stand up. She's gonna know how it feels to really give something. And if you don't know, you really have to try it. You really have to try it. Don't you, baby? You really have to try it. You'll be all smiles when Aidyn's smiling about getting that car. You will be, I guarantee it. And so will I. What's that, sweetheart? We're almost there, just so everybody stays with us. We're almost there. We're getting to our biggest town. It's called Minas. Minas. Sometimes it's fun to go into Minas, sit down and have a coffee, sit in a parking lot. Me and Jolene chat about the day, and then you get to watch cars run by and motorcycles and whatever. And it's a fun little strip that you can go down, then you got to turn about and you can come back. You can drive the strip 3 or 4 times. It does not matter. But it's a great place if you get to come here. It really is. It really is. We've had a lot of visitors in the last month or two from all over the country, and every one of them has enjoyed it so far, have they not? And said how beautiful it was, and you didn't realize how beautiful it was until you're here, until you see it, basically. We just got to go across this dike here, and we'll take a right, and we should soon be there. And hopefully Aidyn gets into it a little bit on his own, and then Jolene and I can come over and maybe film what he's doing, what he's up against. It's a big project, but we're got to start somewhere. Got to start somewhere. I know he knows how to weld a piece in the car. I know he does. And the reason I know this because he's welded pieces in the cab over. I know he can do a good job. I know he can. Just taking his time, and he can get it. It was fun to, or not, it was fun to watch. I watched the video of yesterday, and how Aidyn made his pieces. That's good that he got to use, you know, the Beverly shear and that little tiny grinder to shape his stuff. But today, like after we get the car delivered and we get started, like we're early in the morning after today, I'm going to get him onto a couple different tools, how he could have made that piece a little faster, and he's going to enjoy that. But I like that he got to see what the little grinder will do with the sandpaper on. You do not know until you try it and go for it. But as he made them pieces, there's a faster way with a zip cut and a couple different tools, or the plasma cutter he could have cut them pieces out with, where they were funny. He could have done that. Yes, he could have. But now that he's done the first piece and got it that way, now he can try different stuff to make his next piece, and he can decide in his own brain what tool he likes the best to get them patterns done. So yesterday he used the Beverly shear and the little tiny side angle grinder. Today I'm hoping that he will step it up a little bit. He'll either use a zip cut or the plasma cutter to shape his metal. And we're turning into where Aidyn's going to have the car dropped off. His father has a little spot that he can work on it. I think he's been trying to clean it up and get it ready so he can put the car in there. Which side? Okay, it says exit only. So we're going to pull her in here. And look at that, Aidyn's ready. I see the blue, I see Aidyn's car. We'll just pull this bad boy around back and we'll unload her. And hopefully it goes well. Hopefully it goes well. I think we can unload it and then drive it in the shop, I'm thinking. I think we set somebody's alarm off. Here we go. Aidyn got a broom in his hand, did he?
Yeah, I think so.
Look at that, Nudgy. Cleaning already. Good man. Did you want to hand him the papers? You want me to hand him the papers? Alrighty. Here we go. I got to see if my mic's on. Just fell out of my pocket. I think it's on. You want to check it?
Yep.
Alrighty.
Slide it in a pocket somewhere.
Morning, Aidyn. Huh? Proud owner of new Mercedes, man. Jolene's going to hand it over to you. There's the papers. It's in Jolene's name, so there you go. She'll be signed over and all that stuff. How you doing? Good morning.
Hey.
So, get looking at this thing. We did not give you Elvis Presley's Mercedes. We give you Jolene's Mercedes. Jolene, this one's got a little rusty poo on it, you can see. I'm not going to knock it apart too much, but you'll get to look it over as you get playing with it, right? She's an old car, obviously, but you know the deal. Jolene doesn't want you to sell it. It's yours, but she does not want to sell it. It's almost like she's going to sell it to you, and then she's going to tell you what kind of tires it is. But it's not true. So what I'm going to do is we'll get her unloaded. I had to put a battery to get it started. Okay. We're going to take the battery home with us. You're going to have to acquire your own battery. No worries. But let's do it. All right. First it'll go. Is that first it'll go? Yeah. Alrighty, man. I'm going to do these things here. She looks like a peach inside. Huh? It's all fuzzy. Huh? She looks like a peach inside. Huh? Bit of fuzz? That won't hurt you. When I was younger, I had fuzz. Huh? That won't hurt you. It's hard to believe that it took right off so well. We have a neighbor. His name is John. He helped us get it ready, put the battery and stuff in it, get it up and on. But it went well. It went well.
You had to push her up?
No, we drove it on, man.
Wow.
We couldn't push it. I'm gonna start this bit way up. Drive it off. Did you want to drive it on?
I'll try.
Okay. He's gonna trust me with it.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what to do though.
Yeah.
You stand at the front of the car, and when I'm going back, just make sure I'm going off straight, eh?
Straight off?
Would
Okay.
be nice. That's all. Want to go off straight. Still got your plate on there, sweetheart.
Yep.
Roll this down. Hopefully it starts. Fuzzy Fuzzy was a bear. Yeah. Yeah. Look at that, boy. 25 pounds oil pressure, buddy. Got the hula girl and everything, man. Listen, canning spec has gone down. I left the tuning in that thing in there for months outside. No one took that tuning. Says a lot. Says a lot. All right, I'm gonna back this thing off, Aidyn. Just stand in the front, make sure I go off straight.
Yep. Yep.
You want me to leave right here? And you drive it in? Sure. Okay. That stayed running, man. I tell you what, we left the bat. We'll let you drive it in, and then we'll get the batteries back. Beautiful. Don't be scared of the fuzz. I guess maybe one of your first projects will be to clean the interior. Right? Clean her up. I'm gonna pull this bad boy in. Alright.
Babe, as you know, there's no brakes.
Well, it's not much. Just go slow, Aidyn. Don't run the wall. You got her. We'll give him the grass that goes with it. I think it's turning on a dime. That Mercedes can turn on a dime. You got enough brakes to stop. Driver in, you got enough brakes to stop. Cool. There you go, sweetheart. You have a Mercedes that you have given away. I hope you inspired that young man to fix it. I hope. Huh? It's your car now. I can't tell you what to do with it. You can leave it running all day if you want to. Right? So you're going to try to do a little bit to it? Oh, yeah. Good. Good. Job successful. All right, we're going to go have breakfast. Right. And we'll see you at the shop at home. Congratulations on the new Mercedes. Congratulations. Congratulations. Aidyn's got a new Mercedes. And he's not Elvis Presley, because I know Elvis Presley. Aidyn's going to try to be Elvis Presley. Right? Try. All right, man. Let's have a good one. Let's shut her down and go have some breakfast. What do you think? Peace out, everybody. Aidyn's got a new car, and Jolene's my idol. Good job, Jolene.